Hey, and welcome to another daily devotion. James chapter 5 and verse 19 and verse 20, and allow me to read here this morning. It says, "Brethren, if anyone among you wanders from the truth, and someone turns him back, let him know that he who turns a sinner from the error of his way, he will save a soul from death and cover a multitude of sins." Now, initially this may seem a little bit abstract from the previous verses, but it's not. You see, this here is James chapter 5 is leading into restoration of relationships and people who may have been hurt, wounded, walked away from God for whatever reason. Primarily, I think in this case, there had been offense or some kind of emotional injury sustained in a person's life. But it's saying here, brethren, if anyone among you wanders from the truth and someone turns him back, I believe this is a major part of Christianity, that we have the ministry of reconciliation. And so reconciliation primarily first is simply that we people are reconciled with God. And so that is the first step. And, sometimes I see that there are relationships that may be strained. Husband and wife, maybe the marriage is not going too good. May I give you a little bit of counsel here right now? Sometimes we can strive and struggle to try and work out and maintain a relationship that's not doing too well, and we can employ the wisdom of the world and only make things worse. But what we need to do is to employ the wisdom of God and do things God's way. But this here is just saying that if anyone has wandered away, brethren, if anyone among you wanders from the truth, and someone turns him back, see, we need to be first reconciled to God. So if husband and wife, that if the marriage is not too good, it's not about me trying to change my wife, and it's not about my wife trying to change me. What we need to be doing is being focused on being reconciled to God, that we start looking to God and seeking God on a personal level. And if a husband and wife begin to do that, we see that God can create such great change in a marriage, and He can do such wonderful things in our lives. And so it's saying here, though, about a person who's wandered from the truth. In other words, they have fallen away from the things of God. It's saying here, someone turns him back. This is a big thing about turning people back. Jesus, the scripture speaks about how the shepherd left the 99 and went after the one. How precious that is. It's just about, sometimes it's about that one, getting that one back. And so here we see in the book of James, it's speaking about the effective, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Speaking about, powerful prayer. And here it's flowing through into seeing a person that has wandered away from offense, because of offense or whatever, from God, being drawn back in. And I think that is such a wonderful thing. And so join me tomorrow, because we're going to continue along these lines and perhaps wrap up James chapter 5, because this has a really beautiful ending at the end of chapter 5 of the book of James, and we'll maybe complete this tomorrow. So hang out with me and join me tomorrow, because I think it's going to be very, very good. Anyway, until then, be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.